A lot of the recent changes are understandable, but what the community doesn't understand are the price increases that, in our opinion, simply don't make sense. One of these three handhelds became more expensive this month, not because of new hardware or a redesign. Nope, but simply because. And yet, it still runs the exact same operating system as the other two, which haven't followed the same path, at least not without a valid reason. Let's start with the Anbernic RG556, which is regularly considered by the community to be the benchmark for AMOLED handhelds under $200. It features a 6nm Unisoc T820, 8GB of RAM, and a 5.48-inch AMOLED display, specs you'd normally expect from much more expensive devices. Community reports consistently show that PS2, GameCube, and even Wii games run surprisingly smoothly. And that's exactly what makes the next price tag so difficult to justify. Because the AYN Odin 3 costs, for comparable core use cases, more than twice as much, and yet it has become even more expensive again. AYN has already raised prices several times this year, something that's increasingly being criticized within the community. What you get in return is a Snapdragon 8 Elite, a 6-inch 1080p 120Hz AMOLED display, an 8,000 mAh battery, and a glass front chassis that feels noticeably more premium than the other two devices. But I'll get back to that in a moment. Current reviews describe it as the most powerful Android emulation handheld on the market, handling everything from PS2 up to PS3 with ease, while even running the first Nintendo Switch titles. The question isn't whether it's more powerful. It clearly is. The real question is whether that performance advantage, if you want to call it that, actually justifies the massive price difference. Subscribe to the channel before we talk about the final device, and more importantly, why these price increases happened in the first place. Sitting right in the middle is the Retroid Pocket 6, ironically the device that generates the least controversy, even though its price lands almost exactly between the other two. It was even temporarily pulled from the market because of the whole AI RAM situation, but it's now available again. It comes equipped with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, a 5.5-inch 1080p 120Hz AMOLED display, a 6,000 mAh battery, and full Google Play Store support. The community consistently sees it as the sweet spot, powerful enough to run GameCube and Wii flawlessly, while also handling lighter Switch titles, without requiring the huge jump in price that comes with the Odin 3. Yes, this is a genuine alternative. All three handhelds follow the same basic formula: Android, AMOLED displays, a horizontal PSP-style form factor, and even similar Hall effect sticks. The real difference isn't the concept, it's how much extra performance and future-proofing you're paying for. The RG556 comfortably covers the vast majority of classic systems, with very few noticeable compromises. The Retroid Pocket 6 adds valuable headroom for more demanding emulation going forward. And the Odin 3 isn't really something you buy for what you need today, it's what you buy for what you still want to be running 2 years from now, assuming you're willing to accept the steadily increasing price. In the end, there isn't a clear winner. It all comes down to your budget. Is entry-level flagship performance enough for you? Or are you willing to pay significantly more for extra headroom that you might not actually need until a year from now?